Alrighty, what's up gamers? Welcome back to Planet Zoo, and today we'll be finishing off the saltwater crocodile slash gharial enclosure thing that I worked on like a month or so ago. This part is the gharial enclosure. Now, this was filmed about a month ago. I just didn't get around to finishing it up until now. I took a break over New Year's, Christmas, spent time with family, went away for a little bit, all that stuff, but I'm back now. Unfortunately, I have some bad news. This zoo that I've made all this stuff in, I cannot load anymore. It physically will not let me load the game. The game is updated since it stopped working and it still won't work. So I'm pretty sure it's a lost cause. Every time I try and load the zoo, it gives me the green bear screen the entire time. I've tried, changing around the file, reloading the zoo, going into Steam and doing the I forgot what it's called. Like resetting the data saves and all that stuff. Verifying file integrity, all that, and it's just not having it. It will not load the zoo. So unfortunately, after this, there's only one more exhibit that I have left to show you in this zoo, and it'll be a really good chimpanzee exhibit. I think it'll be my favorite. But yeah, it's I don't know, it's a bit of a lost cause. If you have any ideas or know how I could possibly get this fixed, please let me know. I think the file's just corrupted because I just cannot load it. I think it's really unfortunate because I was thoroughly enjoying this zoo and how it was all going. So I'm really sorry about that. And that'll be why the extended cinematic is a little bit short at the end of this video, because usually I just come back and do it at the end, but I didn't get to open the zoo. Great. Anyway, with that all being said, I hope you enjoy the rest of this, because I think this enclosure turned out quite well. We're using the Indian temple theme for the gharial exhibit because gharials live in India and along the Ganges River? Is that right? I'm going to have to look that up real quick. The Ganges. Yes, okay, gotcha. Alright, so, yeah. I really like making the Planet Zoo content. I know it doesn't get anywhere near as many views at all, and I don't think any of you are actually subscribed for it, but with that being said, I will still continue to make it whilst it's working out. I'll definitely finish off this zoo and show you what I did up until it's not loading, which I really hope it does fix up in the end and sort itself out, because I have no idea how to get it to work. I seriously have no idea. So if any of you have any idea, I would greatly appreciate it so much, because, yeah, it feels like a bit of a lost cause, unfortunately. Anyway, yeah. So the good thing about this enclosure is it allows for far more plant coverage than the saltwater crocodile, which means I can go ham and design some pretty cool things. Currently, I'm building the outside of the enclosure, and I think I've mentioned this previously, but when you need to get a curved wall, use the brick wall, because it allows for curves, and then you can mold it more effectively to the shape that you want it to be. As you can see, I've changed it to wood. I don't remember if I changed it anymore, but yeah. And then here I'm making a shelter for the crocodile, or for the gharials. The water and everything is already set up. I cannot change the water levels at all because I have the path underneath. So the only thing is, when like the ground looks all uneven and square and unnatural in its shape, I just have to work around that with rocks. It's just one of the things I gotta sort out. It's just one of the obstacles that has come into play. Anyway, we're working on a little viewing area that doubles as a shelter. I was originally planning on making like a big walk-through area called the Carnivore Walk, and it was where I was going to put, so it was going to be the gharials and then the crocodiles, and then it was going to go through to bears, wolves, snow leopards, and then lions, and it would end up at the tiger exhibit, which would then connect with the apes walk. So it'd be like the apes walk was going to be the gorillas, then the chimpanzees, which you will see, then a bonobo, which enclosure I did off camera, but obviously can't see that anymore because the game's gone. Then I was going to do orangutans. No, I had some really big plans for that enclosure, but I can't make it anymore. And then that was going to connect up with the tiger enclosure. So it was all going to link together thematically. Yeah. A tip if you want good viewing areas, if you don't know this already, put a lot of the enrichment items such as like sleeping areas and food and all that stuff, chuck that next to the viewing areas, because it means the animals will come up closer to them and viewers are more likely to say, yeah, this is good, and appreciate the viewing space. Because I don't know, the feedback seems very inconsistent a lot of the time, with the guests saying, oh, you can't see the animals from here, even though you're like super close by, or there's a great view over a whole bunch of animals. I don't know, it's really weird, but that's usually a good way to get good visitor feedback. Alrighty, so from here, what I'm going to do is I am just going to let the background footage play, and I'm going to play some music over the top. So this is where the commentary ends. I'll see you in a few minutes at the end of the speed build. Hope you all enjoy the rest of the video. Alrighty, so that's the Gharial enclosure that I've made. We're just adding in some plants now, just increasing the vegetation. I reckon enclosures with more I don't know, I just like putting in more effort into the vegetation. It makes the enclosure look far more realistic than one that's just not real, that's just got a couple of barren trees. And I noticed, looking back at some of the older exhibits, before I started recording and everything, they look really out of date already, even after, you know, a couple months of the game being made. There's like, they just don't look as clean or have as much effort put into them as some of the other exhibits. Even though at the time I was spending hours on them, I just didn't have all the tips and tricks that I know now. And even then, I've still got plenty of room for improvement. If you see some of the other YouTubers out there, oh my goodness, I'm not very good in comparison. Anyway, this is where I'm going to leave the commentary for the most part. I'm going to have a little cinematic at the end. It's not like the other cinematics because I only had limited footage. So it'll just be, you know, a couple of shots without much editing. And it's probably not going to be the best camera work, but, you know, we'll see how it goes. Anyway, thank you all for watching this video. If you did enjoy, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more content in the future. If you are enjoying Planet Zoo, please make sure to smash the like button on this video. I will hopefully bring you all the chimpanzee build soon rather than later. And like I said, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.